All right, it's dinner time. And, oh, I am just getting very tired and sleepy. I've been feeling like that for a little while now. And I feel like I'm not going to be able to stay awake more than 5 more minutes. Anyway, I hope this means I'm going to get a good night's sleep tonight. I had RLS last night and paced the floor back and forth for quite a long time. And my phone is acting funny, so I'm going to go ahead and just turn it off. I don't usually do that because I can miss phone calls. When you boot it back up, you know, there's people are calling you saying, hey, why didn't you return my call or whatever. So I rarely ever turn it off anymore, but I'm going to let it sit off tonight because it's acting kind of funny. So, all right, got a little bit of dinner here, and I'm yawning myself to death here. Okay, we're gonna watch the last 15 or so minutes. I think I can angle this down a little bit. Hopefully it won't be a big noise. Oh, I'm sorry, there was probably a big noise there. Okay, here we go. Let's watch the last 16 or so minutes of She Walks in Beauty.
A man who can humiliate you. Those are the two driving passions of your life, aren't they, Emil? Money and seeing me humiliated.
Now they are fighting.
Whatever that devil is that's so strong in you, you wouldn't listen. You couldn't take my help. Your help made me ugly out of jealousy. Your help pushed me at horse out of greed. No, we both have our own personal devils to feed, Amelia, but I prefer mine to yours.
Oh, boy.
Reagan, what are you doing? I'm taking back my own personality. I'm going to show you and Adam how the real Reagan Miller works. Go ahead and prove to Hoss that Adam is right. Won't make any difference. Not a particle, because Hoss loves me, and nothing anybody says can change that. Now go ahead, get dressed. I'll prove it to you. There's nothing in this world that will make me go there and see you flaunt yourself. Oh, yes, there is. Your greed will make you come, Amelia.
Hey, this is taking quite a turn. And for the life of me, I'm sure that I really understand everything that's going on. Not just today. Since I first saw this, I just don't think I really get it. So here comes Hoss, and remember, here comes Hoss, here comes, here comes Adam, and remember Hoss has saw what happened. Now he wants to see him. I feel a little confused. I'm just tired.
Pop said you wanted to see me.
Looking good.
Yeah. Where you been? Well, you know where I've been. I've been over to Miller House to see Miss Amelia.
Miss Reagan. You seen her too, didn't you? Didn't you?
You asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Oh.
Here we are. Oh, boy. What do you know how to make, Pa? That's punch. Sure do.
So this is the only episode where I see that the bunkhouse is connected to the house. So we never see that door there going into the house.
Ask him.
What's this about? Oh, you fighting him? I wasn't fighting him. All right, why was he fighting you? Horse. Now, Horse, I must talk to you.
There ain't nothing to talk about.
Yes, there is. Horse, Adam wasn't trying to hurt you. He was trying to help you.
By making love to Reagan?
No, he wanted to talk to her.
Sure he did. But he ended up with her in his arms and kissing her. Paul, I'm in love with that woman and I'm gonna marry her. Don't you understand that?
What do you know about her?
No, Paul! What did you know about my ma when you married her?
I knew everything I needed to know about her.
Fine. I know everything I need to know about Reagan.
You don't know everything about her. You don't know what Adam was trying to tell you.
No! Paul, I'm not gonna hear anything bad about Reagan from Adam or you or nobody else.
Son, don't blind yourself to the truth about her.
I don't care about her past.
Horse, it's not just the past. I'm worried about the future.
Yes, fine. So am I. I'm gonna marry her. That's gonna be my future.
If Father guests are arriving.
Well, keep him waiting.
No. They're my guests, and for my party, I'll invite them in.
Wow, House is pretty blinded. Honestly, I don't remember how this one ends.
So much.
Hey, Hawk, come on, have a good time.
House isn't having very much. Yep, he's not having much fun.
Reagan, you sure do look beautiful.
I was trying to look pretty tonight for you.
You're a sight more than just plain pretty.
Well, if you don't like it, I can change.
No. Take a little getting used to it, Reagan. How are you, Miss Amelia?
Just fine, thank you, House.
I ain't never been too good at this, but we'll try.
I found what I wanted was a man, not a pretty dancing master.
Reagan, I couldn't help seeing what happens this afternoon between you and Adam. No, we'll just forget that ever happened at all.
How can you?
I wanted to tell you, House, but I was afraid I'd lose you.
Reagan, you ain't ever gonna be afraid of that.
Boy, I couldn't forget that I ever saw
I
that.
couldn't stop it. You could see that.
How?
And of course, he's watching her dance with everybody else now.
Your sister looks lovely tonight.
I'll hit the camera there, sorry.
Very fine dancer.
Yes.
Excuse me. May I? Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Cartwright, I can't dance another step. Could we get some air?
You have been dancing quite a bit tonight. Let's go outside.
See how dark it is there? I mean, I know it's night,
You really
but
love this land of yours, don't you, Mr. Cartwright?
it's so dark.
Yes. Then, of course, I'm rather prejudiced in favor of the Ponderosa.
It's horses, too. He often speaks of it as if it were a woman.
Yes. His Hoss loves it very much. Of course, Hoss always sees everything with uncomplicated, honest eyes.
Like we all
How
do
you think he sees
until
me?
we start to
As the woman he
get
wants to
street
marry.
smarts. Took me a long time to get those street
How
smarts.
do you see me, Mr. Cartwright?
Well, that depends upon which Reagan Miller I'm looking at.
Well, do you approve of this Reagan Miller? Or do you prefer my sister's version?
It is
I would
true,
guess
her
that
sister
the way
said
you are
she would
now
have to do
is the
things her
version that most
way.
Men would know you as.
I see Adam has informed you of my infamous past. Did he also tell you what happened this afternoon?
Yes?
I can imagine what interpretation he put on it.
That's not important. What is important is Hoss. His happiness.
You don't think I can provide that happiness?
No. Frankly, I don't. But my son, unlike perhaps most men that you've known, gives his love freely, openly, honestly, without reservation. And even the knowledge of your past couldn't shake it.
If he can forgive that, why can't you?
I suppose I could. If I thought that you'd really changed.
But you don't believe that?
No.
It doesn't really matter what you think, does it? Or Adam. Because Hoss will marry me anyway.
Yes. Yes, Hoss would marry you anyway. But the love that would forgive you your mistakes in the past would never forgive you those same mistakes in the future.
I won't make any mistakes.
Won't you? Just this afternoon, Hoss saw you kiss Adam.
Hoss understood.
Did he? When Adam came home, Hoss almost killed him. Now, what do you think would happen if you made that same mistake again?
Hey. What are you two doing out here?
Oh, we're just admiring the night, Hoss. I better get into our guests. Excuse me.
There's a ring around the moon. Could mean it's going to rain tomorrow.
I am still can't
Yes.
remember how this episode comes to an end.
About this afternoon.
Unless she just ends it right here.
I told you we weren't going to talk about that anymore.
Well, what if I were to tell you that it wasn't Adam's fault? That I'd encouraged her?
You wouldn't do that.
Well, what if I did?
You ain't like that.
I could be like anything. You don't know anything about
Right?
that.
That's exactly
Things like that could have happened to me in the past.
He's just
It's
assumed.
all over, Reagan. Don't matter. You don't have to tell me about those things. Just don't matter. No
Yes,
more
it
you
does.
all
It
dolled up for
matters.
this party. It just don't make no difference.
I can remember being in his
Things that would matter.
boots completely.
Oh,
Of course, I was
I know I ain't the
not
first
even old
fella,
enough to vote
but the only.
back in those days.
Certainly ain't the handsomest. I got a mirror telling me that every morning.
Just assuming that,
Ain't nobody can blame you for
oh, so many times.
searching around for something better.
Just assume that
But once you made up your mind,
she was going to be just what I wanted, and
then you wouldn't have to search no further.
forgotten
Ever.
most of those girls. Their names, well, some of them.
Your father was telling me how much you love this Ponderosa. What if I were to ask you to leave it, to go away?
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. What if I just did? I hated it, and I wanted to live in a city.
If that's what it'd take to make you happy, then that's what we gotta do.
And leave your father and brothers?
Reagan, when we're married, we're gonna do whatever it takes to make you happy.
That's pretty one-sided. It's got to be 50-50 when it comes to things like that. I mean,
What
the
can I
man
tell
is
you
the
to make you
man,
realize
but
what I am?
Stop it. You stop it right now.
you got to meet halfway.
I don't want to hear no more talk like that. Reagan, you love me, and that's all that counts.
Love you. Haven't you understood anything I've been trying to tell you? If I loved you, that would be the worst thing that could happen. Can't you see that? My love would destroy you, Hoss. Because you'd have to share it with every other man I'd ever meet. How do you know?
Well, thank the Lord she's telling him. I kind of just forgot how this came to an end. But it's much better this way than dragging it on year after year after year.
Stage is leaving, miss.
Now I remember.
Well, there goes one we'll never forget.
Here,
Yeah, that's for sure.
let's go.
And it has a sad but happy ending. All right, so we already looked at the ladies' names before, and I already don't even remember them. Memory's kind of bad when I get tired anyway. So we will start Walter and the Outlaws, which is also going to be in season 4. We're in season 4 now, I do believe. And we'll do Walter and the Outlaws, and I'll also make sure there's nothing else in there. And then eventually we'll go back to we'll go to season 5. And then there's several that I already mentioned this. There's 2 really good comedies later on in the series. And in my opinion, they are the best comedies. And I won't tell you what they are, but they're very, very funny. And there's one more comedy that I believe is in season 4, and I'll find that too. Maybe I'll do that one as well, if it's in season 4. And then season 5, I don't know what's in that. But I definitely want to find those two best comedies in my opinion. And they're going to be much later on. So that's going to be it for She Walks in Beauty. So please like and subscribe and comment down below. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.